Well, everybody, hello and welcome to Matsui. This is the Shimane Susanoo Magic taking on the Hiroshima Dragonflies here in Japanese B.LEAGUE action today. We're looking back at some of the highlights of these two teams, the way they've played against each other in recent times. You can see that you look at the standings, and well, they've had good years. They're both headed towards the postseason. That man right there has always going to be a tough player for anybody to go up against. But so is Perrin Buford for this Shimane team. But Dwayne Evans, Perrin Buford, two of the outstanding talents. Of course, a lot of great players from Japan. Nick Kay there, the Australian international, getting the rebound. And again, no surprise to see Perrin Buford, his all-round game. You look at his stats for this Shimane Susanoo Magic team. He just does it all, whether it's his scoring, whether it's his passing, whether it is his rebounding. And as Shimane get ready to be introduced to the crowd, so does this Hiroshima Dragonflies team. And the big question is, who are they going to be playing in the playoffs? We don't know that yet. But what we do know is that they're both going to be there. And Shimane, their lineup, it is a talented lineup from top to bottom. Buford, Ando, Kei, Shirahama, Taniguchi, Goto, Kitagawa, Reed Travis, Abe, and Tsuyama. Taniguchi, number 55, will be in that starting lineup, along with Shirahama, Kei, Ando, and Buford. And, of course, Sei Ando waits patiently. It's been a terrific season. Really, for Shimane, the hopes are extremely high. There he is nodding his head. Coach Paul Hinari, the head coach from New Zealand at Shimane. And over here, when you look at Hiroshima as well, it is a stacked team that has had a lot of highs and lows. Tarashima, Suji, Soto, Evans, Kai Soto, of course, capturing the imagination of a lot of fans coming from the Philippines. A huge talent that we're going to keep our eyes on. Evans and Mayo. Asayama, Murphy, Funyu, Kerry Blackshear Jr. has had some big games. Kamisawa and Nakamura. This is a Hiroshima Dragonflies team that had played exceptionally well, had won 9 out of 10. They've actually gone 2-4 in recent times, looking to kind of get back to winning ways before they head into the playoffs. So they're starting 5 again. And there's Coach Milling. So the starting 5 again for Hiroshima will be Terashima, Tsuji, Soto, Evans, and Mayo. Well, what can you say as you look at these two teams? Their numbers, three-point shooting, very similar. Especially, but just all up and down the board. Not too much to separate these two teams. And it really comes down to just making plays, making big plays, execution. In the standings, Shimane right up at the top with Ryuka Golden Kings. So it's a massive game as they try to clinch first place in the division. And Hiroshima, they will take one of the wild cards coming into the playoffs, one of the 2 wild cards. But you know what? There's so many good teams in Japan. You just want to advance. You want to make sure that you're getting to the playoffs. It has been an amazing accomplishment for all the teams that have done so well. Of course, Chiba Jets have been terrific. Perhaps go into the postseason as favorites. But a lot of good teams are going to be competing for all the marbles, as they say. So for Shimane, again, coming out, and the starting five today, Nikkei, Shirahama, Ando, Taniguchi, and Perrin Buford. And there's Hanari, former New Zealand Tall Black, as a player and also a coach of their national team. And one of the many great coaches really in this competition. And also referees now coming out, taking off the jackets and getting ready to get down to business. Jose Ando is going to have a lot to do as you look at the matchup that we think is going to be key today. As say Ando goes, so goes Shimane. Well, you could probably say so. You know, you're going to get some consistency, some consistent effort, especially from that man right there, Nikkei, who has just really just taken off the last several years. Really becoming a huge part of that Australian national team. But also, you know what you're going to get from Perrin Buford. And Say Ando has to come out and have a great season as he has so far. So we are underway here. Kai Soto going up and jumping against Nikkei. And Nikkei actually out-jumps Soto. So here we go. Perrin Buford. Such an exciting player. I think he's an MVP candidate this year. He's terrific. You look at his numbers, he's outstanding. And coming out, Ando missing with his first shot. So here comes Hiroshima. Evans gets it outside. And the three-point shot not good for Suji, but it's going to stay at this end. Kai Soto averaging 10.2 points, 6.8 rebounds, 1.4 assists, and just over half the games. He's playing about 20 minutes a game, getting better and better and more comfortable in this competition. And how far can this man go? That's the big question. Here he is, driving down low and doesn't win that battle. Puts it over the rim. And you'd imagine he's gonna be in that Philippines national team. We'll see at the World Cup. Perrin Buford missing from deep. Now chasing it down and keeping it at this end was Shirahama. Here's Buford again. Puts it on the deck, and are they going to count it? Well, he gives away a lot of inches or millimeters or centimeters, whatever you want to call it, but he's not shy about taking on the big fella, and Kai Soto picks up his first foul. So now the whistle blows and a foul on Shimane. And it's on Taniguchi for holding Kai Soto. Terrific take all the way to the basket. HIROSHIMA. Or HIROSHIMA. Bounce pass wasn't there for K, so he takes it back outside to Buford. Lets him work his magic. Pulls up, shoots it over Kai Soto. Not an enviable matchup for Kai Soto, having to go out and guard the versatile Perrin Buford. This time, HIROSHIMA missing, but chasing down the long rebound. HIROSHIMA rather making the bounce pass to Mayo, and he is fouled. Well, Mayo is getting ready to throw down the hammer, and Taniguchi called for his second foul. See, he's not in agreement. Mayo takes his time, and despite the noise, makes the first free throw. Mayo's a sturdy player for this team. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2.7 assists. Plays a lot of minutes, almost 26 minutes a game. And the atmosphere, as always, at these B-League games, terrific. Look at the bounce pass. And great recovery from Evans to block Mayo. Evans dumps it down low, and Kai Soto doesn't get an and one. He's going to the line for 2. Had the mismatch, did the right thing, and has to settle for 2 from the stripe. So Shirahama picks up the foul, and Soto goes to the line. One of the many Gilas players, Filipino national team players that has come to play in Japan. And it is certainly great having them in this competition. It's good for them, and it's good for the B-League. Here goes Perrin Buford. Gets rid of it to Ando, into the corner. Taniguchi. And, boy, K rebounded the basketball, even though it looked like he was boxed out. Buford, look at the pass. And, again, Soto with the great defense, affecting the shot. I was trying to post up. Oh, trying to post up down low. And he gets it. And what a finish. Is back to the basket. Well, that was terrific, using the glass. Kai Soto. Well, he'll be able to exploit that matchup. Shirahama to K, and the foul called on Tsuji. That's one of those. What is he supposed to do? He's giving away his size. Nick K is barging his way in, and then they call the foul on number 3, Tsuji. Taniguchi over to Buford. Buford's pass tipped. Taniguchi catches. Does he get off in time? Yes, he does. Well, he's already above his average 3 points. Only averages 2.5 points per game. Maybe Hinari is going to use him as his secret weapon here at the end of the season. Mayo gets it down low, tries to get it to Kai Soto. Ball goes out of bounds. Kai Soto drawing a lot of attention in that low post. Shimane were getting ready for the double team, and the pass just could not corral it. Buford drifts into the paint, pump fake. Oh, look at that. Just gets it to K, who goes up for the two-handed jam. Suji gets rid of it to Mayo. Tough shot. Good. Wow. That is a good shooter right there that can knock that one down. Mid-range. Man getting the hand in his face. Here's K. Back outside to Buford. Steps into it from three. Wow, I don't know how you stop Perrin Buford. Nobody really has stopped him this season. Soto catches it up high. Again, bounce pass. And we see another element to his game, the beautiful bounce pass from Kai Soto. And the layup. Now Buford drives in and gets those 2 points right back. And Perrin Buford not afraid at all of taking it inside. Here's Dwayne Evans. HIROSHIMA back outside to Evans. And Soto with the rebound, puts it up. And one, are they going to count it or are they going to call a push-off? Called the foul before the shot, perhaps. I mean, he was battling away in there, and that is an encouraging sign for the Dragonflies to see Kai Soto get in there, and even when it looked like Taniguchi was doing everything he could to keep him away from the basketball, Kai Soto was still able to get the rebound. So he goes back to the free throw line. Kerry Blackshear Jr. checks into the game. Suyama also comes in, so he gets the N1, and he ties it at 15, and Kai Soto is going to get a well-deserved break. Great start to the game for Kai Soto, perhaps defensively, not able to stop Perrin Buford, but again, nobody's been able to stop Perrin Buford this season. And Kai Soto is going to go out. There's Buford again. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? You can't do anything to stop him. Murphy trying to stick with him. And he just, he doesn't care. He goes right at Isaiah Murphy. He goes right at Kai Soto on previous possessions. And Perrin Buford is off and running. And I don't think there's any doubt about it, folks. He's gonna have a huge game today. The question is it going to be all scoring, or is he going to be setting up his teammates as well and maybe get into triple-double territory? Because already he is flying. He's going to catch a breather here, Coach Paul Henare. Despite Buford playing as well as he has, though, Shimane only up 18-15, and we'll see how they react with him out of the game. So Reed Travis into the game as well for Shimane Susanoo Magic. And the dump down low, and the basket is good for Mayo. And really, he's been just as good. He's got 6 points. 7 for Kai Soto, leads the way. He's on the bench, catching a breather. And the player of the game, without question, Perrin Buford, who has 12 points and he is resting for the first time. So coming into the game, number 7 is Funyu. So Seiya Funyu getting his first run, number 7. Suyama to K. Down to Ando, and he gets it up. Little short baseline jumper. Oh, what a runner that was. Nice sweet play to HIROSHIMA. Bounce pass into the corner, and the boomer, Nick K, misses. Murphy rebounds and runs. Here inside the final 2.5 minutes of this opening quarter. Oh, Murphy had Mayo for a moment if he had looked. Blackshear, he's left open. He'll take that shot all day week, and all day long rather, and he nails it. Gary Blackshear. And HIROSHIMA have gone back in front. And again, when Perrin Buford checks out, you lose a lot of your moxie, a lot of your scoring, your savvy. It's like the head of the monster. So he goes out of the game, and Shimane now trailing HIROSHIMA. Doing a good job, HIROSHIMA, hitting those mid-range jump shots today. So timeout, and Kurt Milling is going to talk to his players. And Hanari is going to discuss things with his. The one thing you see about, when you compare these players and you look at Soto coming up on Perrin Buford, again, Buford handles the ball so well. He passes it well. He scores. But he's also got a lot more experience. Kai Soto, just 20 years of age and playing at the highest level here in Japan against a guy that has done it all for so long. He's 29 years of age. There he is. Got some ice on his neck. Buford's played with the Shimane team since 2020. Nick K to Ando. Fumbles the ball for whatever reason. And Kerry Blackshear then not able to retain possession. And the ball goes out of bounds. Look at this. The ball was on a platter for Seiya Ando. And I think he tried to make his move. He's getting ready to put up his shot before he caught the basketball. Reed Travis left him open. That's a mistake. Well, they live to tell the tale. He misses. Good shooter, Reed Travis. Now Blackshear. Murphy drives and traveling. And it looked like Isaiah Murphy might have gotten away with a travel before that even. Right here. He established the contact on his drive, and then he took another step. So good call by the referee. Ando gets it back to K. Travis has the ball knocked away. Great play by Nick Mayo. And then Reed Travis commits the foul. Look at the quick hands of Mayo. Saw exactly what was happening. Just reached in, knocked it away from Travis. So first foul, Reed Travis. So we're going to get our first look at Nakamura, number 12. He comes into the game. And I'm not entirely sure what Paul Henare is discussing with the referee. Looks like he's taking some exceptions, maybe to some of the contact. I don't know. But anyway, Mayo goes out. Perrin Buford back in here for the final minute, 12 seconds of this opening quarter. Gets it back from Siyama. Gets it over to Siyama. Ando drives. Oh boy, strong take. Say Ando. And closes the gap to 1 point. Here's Evans. He's had a quiet start. Buford forces the ball out of his hands. Funyu has it. Shot clock down to 7. Funyu. Nakamura and knocks it down. That was a big shot, the three-pointer. And even Paul Henare's going to sit down after that one. So this will be Perrin Buford time right here. Well, they're not going to let him beat him. And they almost turn it over. Perrin Buford gets it over to Ando. So in the end, good defense right at the end there by Hiroshima. And at the end of one, Hiroshima lead it on the road, 26-22 here over Shimane Susanoo Magic. So Kai Soto leading the way with 7 points. But Hiroshima has 6. Nakamura has 3. 8 points for Nick Mayo. So he's, in fact, has the team high. So it's the Mayo Soto's combining to score 15 of Hiroshima's 26 points. But it's been a good all-around effort. And Shimane look a little bit out of sync. And that was even with Perrin Buford out on the court. So a very animated Paul Henare talking to Suyama right at the end or in between quarters. And let's see if we see any type of adjustment by him. In the game right now is Abe as well, number 13. Let's see if things pick up defensively. Shimane now playing a zone. Looks like a 2-3. Evans. Blackshear for 3. And Perrin Buford rebounds and brings it up the court. He's got 13 points, a couple of assists. Travis into the corner, and missing it was Suyama. Blackshear left open, elects to hand it off to Funyu. Not a bad idea to make that defense work. Here's Blackshear driving, takes the contact, and Reed Travis puts him on the line. That's a good call. I mean, he got, I think it was that initial reach with his left hand. Suji back in the game. And Blackshear, who's looked really good since checking into the game, makes the first free throw to take it up to a 5-point lead. And remember, this Dragonflies team has not really been in the best of form. He makes the second as well. They come into this having lost 4 of their last 6 games. Good defense. As we saw before the game, these two teams split their encounters earlier this month. That was at Hiroshima. And here's the drive, and good job, Murphy. And right now, look at Perrin Buford. He's not a happy camper. Wow, Perrin Buford lashing out at his teammate. That's not a good look. And now they've got a technical foul on Perrin Buford. And, you know, I talked about earlier, this Shimane team looks a little bit out of sync today. And this is evidence. Perrin Buford complaining. We saw Hinari having an animated conversation with Suyama, having an animated conversation with the referee. So that was Perrin Buford wanting the foul called on Evans there. He didn't get it. So he's complaining. And a referee is only going to take so much. So that led to the break. And then he kept talking. Oh, wow. This is unbelievable. And this is very uncharacteristic display here by Shimane. Looks like an assistant coach has just been ejected. Boy, this is the first time I've seen this in a long time. I've never seen this in Japan, in fact. An assistant coach ejected. Kyle Milling just enjoying it. And it's almost as if they're coming apart at the seams before our eyes, Shimane. I mean, you got to have emotional discipline, and they have completely lost it. So this is going to be free throws. A technical, first of all, going to put Black Cheer on the free throw line, and he's going to make that one, and he's going to take some more. Kyle Milling, you know he's going to be smiling away over there because his game plan is working. So more technical free throws, the ejection of the assistant coach. That was Zico Coronel, also a New Zealander. And you wanted to cover your ears as he was leaving the court. I mean, this is a Shimane team that almost in a little bit of a crisis here. I mean, they haven't had great form of late, and some frustration evident. Hiroshima have come out and given them everything they could want and more. Hiroshima now leading 33-22, and the foul out on the perimeter. I mean, I can understand why Perrin Buford had wanted the foul called at the other end, but I mean, to me, it looked like Evans, there was contact. They could have called it. They could not have called it. Perrin Buford wanted the foul. He didn't get it. He argued as he went up the court, and then he's kept arguing. And the referees are only gonna hold back so long before they start calling technicals, and they have to call those technicals if they feel like they've got to get order. And here he is coming in from the baseline, and Seiya Ando just gives up the layup to Murphy. And really, Shimane just kind of unraveling here in this second quarter. And now the onus is going to be on Hiroshima to see if they can take advantage. Look at that, the pump fake. Perrin Buford does not go up for the block. And they just need to almost just kind of gather their composure, get their composure back. Shimane Susanoo Magic. You know, Shimane, you know, their players, their coaches, they might have a point arguing about the calls, but ultimately you gotta get in, you gotta make your point. You can do it forcefully. You can see that they're missing Nyika Williams today, not able to play. He's on crutches, so that's a big blow for them. You can make your point, but you can't continue to argue with the referee, or he is going to slap you with a technical. And then if you continue to complain, he's going to slap you with another technical, because the referee has to maintain control of the game. If you don't like the physicality, I mean, the main thing is it's got to be consistent at both ends. So if they're going to allow the physicality at one end, they've got to allow it at the other end. Here is Buford. Gets up, has it knocked out of his hands. He goes down. Suyama. Here's Buford, and takes a very difficult shot. And what's interesting is these two teams are going to get it on tomorrow as well, so this is going to be a lively weekend here in this gymnasium. Nikkei rebounding, Dwayne Evans, look, and ball goes out of bounds. And you can see they didn't call the foul there. So physicality, it's a physical game, and the refs are letting them play right now, whether you like it or not. And again, as long as it's consistent. But the only problem is if you allow that physical play, it can get really physical, and then you got to look out. So Kai Soto checks back into the game now. I mean, we saw how we saw how games can get overly physical in Europe this week when Real Madrid and Partizan Belgrade got into a fracas on the court, and you don't want that to happen. So the referees have to be careful. There's Blackshear with the offensive rebound and putback. Buford. 3-point shot. Here's Dwayne Evans. And again, Hiroshima playing the defense. And again, there's contact and there's no call. Look at this. And probably I would say that's a foul because he kind of leaned over. He kind of initiated a bump, but the referees, again, are letting him play. Could be they'll have an interesting evaluation of this refereeing crew after this one. Nevertheless, here goes Buford. Gets in. Still can't get it to drop. The best thing right now for Shimane is plenty of time to come back. Here's Blackshear, the double team into the corner. Taniguchi, they pass it around, down low to Soto, puts it up. How about that finish from Kai Soto, this time from the right? I think he scored that with his right hand. Have to see that again. Here's Buford. And Buford just is kind of been taken out of his game, it feels like, mentally. Doesn't seem like the same player in the second quarter. Blackshear. What a pass from Blackshear. What a finish. And Hiroshima are absolutely running roughshod now over Shimane. Who saw this coming? On the road, leading by 19 points. 41 points already for Hiroshima, and we've still got 5.5 minutes, and now a turnover. Blackshear. And the blocking foul on Taniguchi, that is his third. Well, it looked like he had his feet set. He's going to go and talk to the referees. That's the thing. I mean, with Taniguchi, you have to feel bad because he's a player. Doesn't matter what type of contact's being made today. He gets the foul called on him. But otherwise, it feels like everybody else is being allowed to get out there and be physical. So Kerry Blackshear has been huge since entering the game and misses his first now attempt from the free throw line. He's got 9 points. He had made his first 5 free throws, 3 of those technicals. And again, another miss from Buford. And this Shimane team is going off the rails. Down 20 points. And I never thought I would say this, but it almost feels like Hanari needs to sit Perrin Buford down for a while and go to plan B because he just doesn't look like he's in his rhythm. Kai Soto missing from deep. Basketball will stay at this end. So timeout on the court. And I'm guessing, I don't know if Milling is saying, hey, it's okay if you take threes, but don't take it that early in the shot clock to Kai Soto. This is where Soto has done his damage. Yeah, he made that with his right hand. That was a great pass. So Zico Coronel ejected the assistant coach of SHIMANE. So back to live action coming out of the timeout. Hiroshima leading it by 20 points. Mayo. And that offense didn't work at all. And what you don't want to do is start thinking about protecting your lead. You want to keep running your offense, playing the same. And that was not a good offensive set. Buford. And he turns, he gets blocked, and he gets fouled. And I believe it's on Evans. Yeah, he got him on the right arm. Easy foul. Easy call. He makes the first. And if you're Perrin Buford and you can get to the free throw line right now, that is exactly what you want to do, because you just want to see the ball going through the hoop, try to get into some type of rhythm, and try to bring your team back. And he makes both free throws. Here they pass it around. Shot clock winding down to 5. They got to go. They're going to take another tough shot of 3, and they make it. Wow. Tsuji, in the end, he had a good look. Looked like they'd waited too late. Sayando. Mayo decides to take it and decides to make it. Nice dribbling there by Ando. Back outside. Here's Buford. Sayando, that's short. It's just been an awful first half for the Magic. In fact, where has the magic gone? Ball goes out of bounds. Well, the beauty of basketball in 2023 is you can face a deficit like this, but you can get back into it. You just got to get stops and buckets, and also with the three-point shot, you can get back into a game very quickly. Here's Buford. There he is. So again, he makes the free throws, gets an open look, and you can see he just kind of calmly took that three, and now he's scored 5 points in a row. But they can't trade buckets. They got to get stops. Evans to Mayo. Back outside. Three-point shot. And Hiroshima missing it. But Kai Soto fouled as he goes up. Good hands from Soto there. I mean, surrounded by blue shirts. The fact that he's able to come up with the basketball and then get to the free throw line. Very good. Very good work. So Kai Soto misses the first. And if you're Shimane right now, you'll take any help that you can get, and that includes missed free throws. So Taniguchi, in fact, has 4 personal fouls. He's out of the game. And again, the reason why that's huge is because Inyika Williams is injured and isn't able to play today. So it's really a dire situation for Shimane. And everybody's going to have to give a little bit of extra here, including this man right here who's been a non-factor. Reed Travis. Spins, turns, quick shot. And the foul called. 1:25 to go in the first quarter, first half. So Kerry Blackshear goes back to the free throw line, and Seiya Ando picks up his first personal. Well, after making 5 in a row, he's become a little patchy at the free throw line, and looks almost like Kerry Blackshear's a little tired. Makes 1 of 2. Well, they're glad they made the trip from Hiroshima. And Nikkei comes back into the game. So, I mean, really, there hasn't been any standout player today for this Shimane team. They have just been completely taken out of their game. Hiroshima whistled for the foul. I mean, that is a clear foul on Hiroshima. You saw him grab the shirt before, and that's the problem. Sometimes when the game becomes too physical, is the players think they can get away with anything. They get away with everything. Pump fake. Drive. Spin. And look at the D. I mean, Hiroshima just dominating down low. That rush shot from Shirahama. We saw the same thing with Reed Travis. He kind of rushed up a shot. Now an open 3. And Funyu's miss. It could be a lot worse right now than a 20-point lead here with 45 seconds to go. Perrin Buford drives and got to the basket and then missed the shot. Wow. And there is Kerry Blackshear with the foul on Seiya Ando, and then Seiya Ando has words to Blackshear. He has words with Blackshear. And Kerry Blackshear. He's like, is Andrew talking to me? I think he's laughing about the foul, but I think that was a good call as well. 20 points, the difference. And I would assume Shimane are going to try to hold it for one. Buford drives. In the end, he takes it early. And now plenty of time for Hiroshima to score. And that's exactly what happens. They race down the floor. Terashima with the layup. And that's a pretty good example of how it's been today for Shimane. Great defense from Murphy. And Buford, you could argue he's taking the shot early so they can get the offensive rebound, but what he did was he took it so early that he gave that man right there, Terashima, a chance to race down the floor to get a layup. He's got 8 points, and Hiroshima lead it 51-29 over a completely out of sync Shimane Susanoo Magic at halftime. Well, 51-29, we are at halftime, and Hiroshima Dragonflies really putting a beating on this Shimane Susanoo Magic team today, taking them out of their game, and started well enough with Perrin Buford and Shimane driving, getting the basket, getting the foul, getting to the free throw line. Perrin Buford also hitting the jump shot. Kai Soto started getting involved. Good pass. Terrific. I mean, that's just a terrific finish. His back to the basket. He's looking up. He knows where he is. He puts it off the glass. And Mayo has been terrific. I mean, that's good. That's good defense. I mean, what are you going to do if you are Shirahama, guarding him close, getting your hands up? Just a good make. And again, Perrin Buford started well enough, hitting that jump shot, dialing in from long distance. But Hiroshima not having a bad game at all. Nakamura coming off the bench and knocking down the three-pointer. And that was great hustle, and Murphy getting ahead on the break. Murphy coming in from the baseline, from the corner. And in the second quarter, everything just kind of went horribly wrong. From a emotional discipline standpoint, technical fouls called, Perrin Buford. Then Zico Coronel getting ejected, the assistant coach. And you can see the three fingers there by Suji signifying the three. Perrin Buford, after making a couple of free throws, able to knock that one down, get back into a little bit of rhythm. But again, they face a huge deficit. So the numbers will not be good shooting-wise for Shimane, just 21.4% from deep, 44% inside the arc. Look at that, 78.9%. That is not a mistake for Hiroshima. That is incredible. They've only got 2 threes, but when you're shooting 78.9% inside the arc and you're also 15 of 18 at the line, it doesn't matter. And perhaps the biggest, most glaring stat on there is the rebounds. Look at that. 25 rebounds for Hiroshima, just 8 for Shimane. And, you know, and you also look at the bench points, 18 for Hiroshima. No points from the bench for Shimane. Perhaps a lack of depth. And again, with Anika Williams out of the game and injured, and now Taniguchi, who has not just 1 or 2 fouls, not just 3 fouls, but 4 fouls. They've got real problems down low. So despite his woes, Perrin Buford, he's got the 18 points. He's 6 of 14 from the floor. Blackshear's come off the bench, done very well. He's got 11 points, 10 points for Kai Soto, 10 for Nick Mayo. And you also look at the rebounding, and 7 for Kai Soto. So he is well on his way to a double-double today. Just a few more rebounds and he'll get there. And again, is we look at the matchup of the point guards, Seiya Ando and Terashima. And as Terashima, who has the 8 points, 4-6 from the floor. He's got 4 or 5 from inside the arc. And for Seiya Ando, well, he's got to do more. He's got 6 points, but he's 0 of 3 from deep. So it looks like Taniguchi is going to start even with the 4 fouls. Seiya Ando comes out, walks past HIROSHIMA. And again, these two teams are going to do it all again tomorrow. So Shimane came in hoping to somehow be in first place by the end of this weekend, but they need a vast improvement on today if that's going to happen. If they're going to come back and win this game. And that's a good start. Knocking down the three-pointer, Shirahama. Two-three zone being employed. Oh, look at that. You simply cannot give that play away in a 2-3 zone. And Kai Soto is just masterful. Beautiful play. Bounce pass. Gets the assist. Here's Seiya Ando, and they get the 2 points right back. And now Shimane have to lock down. They've really got to, if they're going to play a zone, they have got to close off the middle. They've got to close off the paint. So that's a more like it. You'll settle for that. Kai Soto with that shot. And that is a very uncharacteristic turnover for Nick K. Telegraphed the pass. Look at this. I mean, that pass was never going to be completed. We've seen some things today from these Shimane players. They just have not played anywhere near their best today. They're going to look and see if this is an unsportsmanlike foul if Nick K was playing the basketball. I think it's Nick. Well, actually, who is it? Let's see who they, if they call the unsportsmanlike. Because after the steal, watch. So does Nick K play? Yeah, he had his hand on the ball. That's not going to be an unsportsmanlike. At least I think that's what they're looking at. If he makes the signal, yes. Yeah, they were looking to see if that was an unsportsmanlike. So good job by the referees just to clarify that. Because in live action, it looked like he may have committed the unsportsmanlike. But when you slowed it down and looked at it, you could see that he had clearly reached in, got his hands on the basketball. Skip pass. Mayo. .14 on the shot clock with the kick. I mean, you don't want to give away open jump shots, but basically when you're playing that zone, you are basically saying if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us from the outside. That's just a wide open look that they gave away. They can't, but they survived, and now here's Perrin Buford. Nick K getting tangled up. Here's Buford wide open, and Nick K doesn't rebound. Yeah, Nick K usually comes up with basketballs like that. He's just not been the same player today. Okay, so they are going to do a coach's challenge, and I think Paul Henare is really frustrated that he has to use his coach's challenge on this play. He thinks that it's a clear possession that should be awarded to his team. And he will go through the roof if he doesn't win this coach's challenge. But again, if you have the coach's challenge, you don't have to burn it on an out of bounds call. But also, you don't want to have that coach's challenge in your pocket at the end of the game and you haven't used it. So the head coach's challenge, and again, right now you're trying to come back, so every possession is vital. Here it is again. And it does look like it's going to be Shimane basketball. I think the referee might have thought that Evans, when he hit the ball, it went off of Nick Kay's hand. Boy, Paul Henare just looks absolutely frustrated today. Completely. Kind of like he's had a bad week. Things are not going well. So indeed, he wins the coach's challenge, and now he's going to say, you made me use my coach's challenge on a play that you should have got right the first time, and now he doesn't have his coach's challenge. So now that you've used the coach's challenge, it'll be a psychological blow if you don't get some points on this trip. Here's Kay. Gets it down low, and indeed they do get it. So it was worth the coach's challenge. They get the ball, and they get the 2 points, and they cut into the deficit, getting it down to 17. Nick Mayo, wide open three, and he misses. Well, again, you want to take away those looks inside. They haven't shot it well from deep today. Here goes. Oh, that was Nick Kay missing the three. Sayando with a big swipe at the basketball. Mayo has it stolen. Careless. Perrin Buford takes it away. Here's Kay, drives in, and he's fouled by Mayo. Good hands by Perrin Buford. And here is the drive and the clear foul as Kay goes in. Wow, they've called it on Soto. It looked like that was, they might have gotten the wrong man there. That looked like that was on Mayo. Mayo, though, doesn't have any fouls, and now Kai Soto has a couple. That's why we saw the reaction from Kai Soto. Why are you calling that foul? But yeah, they called it on him. I think they got it on the wrong guy. Nevertheless, back to a 15-point game. So they shaved 7 points off the deficit from halftime. Three-point look, and again, another miss from Tsuji. The one thing about Hiroshima today, the three-point shooting has not been great. Taniguchi. Back to Kay. Turns, scores with the left hand on Mayo. Well, that was some sweet footwork from number 4. He's kind of made his move, turned left to get into the lane, and then he cuts back to the right, spins back to his right, and gets the layup. And now it's a 13-point game. They have cut 9 points off the halftime deficit, and we're not even 4 minutes into the third quarter. And the big difference has been the inability of Hiroshima to knock down some threes today. They're 2 of 13 from three-point range after that latest miss. So the zone defense from Shimane, again, trying to take away those points, those opportunities in the lane, in the paint. And if Hiroshima continue to miss these threes, you know, you can expect Shimane to keep chipping away. I mean, if they were to come back and win this game, it would be tremendous because this team was completely out of it. Mentally, they weren't playing well. And this is a crucial point in the game. And I think that's a great move by Coach Milling to get Blackshear into the game. Blackshear played very well in the first half. Here's Blackshear, catches, goes up, able to get rid of the basketball, gets it back. And this time they do give away the free throw line jumper to HIROSHIMA. Good job by HIROSHIMA. Good job by Blackshear. And again, you don't want to let all that good work disappear here. You need buckets. You need to keep the pressure on if you're Shimane. Oh, beautiful bounce pass. Seiya Ando. I mean, the defense was overplaying. Effectively, that's a back door. Seiya Ando wanted to foul as well. It's not called. Here's Blackshear. Blackshear has it knocked away. And the foul called. And it's going to be on Shirahama. Here's Shirahama. Yeah, I mean, he lowered his arms. He got a lot of ball, but it looked like he got some of that left arm as well. And Kerry Blackshear goes back to the free throw line where he's made 7 free throws, 7 of 9 today. He made his first 5, but I think he got tired, and now he is back to his best. And he has had a terrific game. I mean, you have a weapon like him coming off the bench, and it makes a big difference. In fact, he's leading his team in scoring. He's got 12 points. Kerry Blackshear Jr. came into this averaging 15.4 points per game. The player who's been quiet has been Evans. Meanwhile, Mayo and Soto have been terrific, as well as HIROSHIMA and Blackshear. So good balance. Kerry Blackshear now with 13 points. 4 players in double figures. And you would imagine that Evans is going to end up getting up in double figures as well. Great help defense. How about that from Murphy? Very active. He's done a great job, Murphy, today. It's not just about scoring. It's about contributing on this end of the floor. And he's got a tough assignment. He has to guard Perrin Buford. Perrin Buford takes it down low, and the foul called. That's just great effort, though, by Murphy. Look at this. That's not horrible defense. He definitely fouled him, but that is not bad defense. And I think Perrin Buford would be the first to tell you Murphy is not making it easy on him. So Perrin Buford, oh, boy, that hurts. When you're trailing, you want to make your free throws. First miss of the day at the line for Shimane. In fact, Buford had been 4 of 4 before that. Now the team is 6 of 7, and he makes the second. So back to a 14-point deficit. Plenty of time to go. Plenty of time for the comeback. Blackshear. Oh, it gets tripped up by Perrin Buford. Second foul on Perrin Buford. And at the end of the day, not a terrible foul. They're trying to gamble, trying to force some turnovers and get some easy points. They got to get stops. Here's Murphy. Oh, nice drive and finish from Suji. They didn't know if he was going to pass it or shoot it, and in the end, he shot it. Here's the drive. Perrin Buford fades, gets it back to K for three, and that was long. Good toughness defensively being shown by this Hiroshima team. Taniguchi up at the top of the zone. Blackshear. Murphy gets blocked by Buford. Buford open for three, and again missed out, and that's a great box out by Evans on K. Remember, the rebounding advantage was decisive in that first half, 25-8 in favor. Oh, look at this, the putback jam from K. Blackshear right on cue. The offensive rebound and jam, and the lead goes back to 18 points. More than twice as many rebounds today. They have done a better job, Shimane, on the boards in the second half, but I don't know what Milling is querying over there. Because it counted the bucket. So I don't think anything is going to make Hanari happy today. At the end of the day, I mean, you got to really tip your hat to Hiroshima. They have been, I think, more than anything, from a rebounding standpoint, from a defensive standpoint, they've played some tough basketball today. And they escaped that time, and they don't box out either. And Perrin Buford with that quick jump, offensive rebound and putback to get it back to 16. Evans. It's been quiet. Maybe time to wake up a little bit. Suji, or no, excuse me, that was Terashima. Well, between Terashima and Suji, they have tormented this Shimane team. Terashima now with 12 points. Taniguchi missing from the left corner. Well, they've kind of weathered the storm here in this third quarter. They've taken the lead back up to 18. Now they can go to 20, maybe even 21. That putback dunk by Kerry Blackshear was huge. Here he is again. This time a three, and that was short. And Evans with the rebound despite being out of position. Here he is driving in, and then he misses the shot. Look at Blackshear again. Offensive rebound. Gets it again. Well, they're not going to lose this game if they continue to rebound the basketball on the offensive glass. Leaning in and finally missing Terashima. Buford from the elbow. And Reed Travis, the rebound. Reed Travis, a non-factor today. Hasn't even scored a point. Here's Buford, takes his time, gets in and scores. Well, it's not good enough to keep, they're keeping the scoreboard ticking over, but they got to get stops. And again, they're giving away some opportunities in the lane. Now Murphy wide open from the left. Good for him. He's been great today. And the lead goes to 19. on this evidence, I don't think anybody wants to play Hiroshima in the first round of the playoffs. They're going to be a tough team to go up against. And what's really interesting to me is how they've done in terms of playing aggressively today on the glass and defensively, not giving away. They have given away some cheap buckets, but not too many. Look at that. And that's where Taniguchi has to do a better job boxing out. So that's just great effort from Perrin Buford. It's almost as if they've been overly reliant on him today. But again, without Williams, you're missing a big body down low. But for whatever reason, Reed Travis hasn't played that much today. He's only played 1160, but he's a player that really needs to come to the fore for this team. So Nick K catching a breather. Nick K out of the game, and he's got 8 points, 4 rebounds. Here's Travis. Hands it off to Seiya Ando. And the push called on Reed Travis. That's a good call by the referee. Abe comes back into the game. Funyu as well. So really, even with that run that they made to cut the deficit to 13 points in this third quarter, it is not looking good for Shimane, who now are back down by 19 points. Murphy passes up the three, gets it to Mayo, turns, misses, another offensive rebound. Here's Evans. Driving in and scoring with the left hand. Up to 21 points it goes. He's been great today. I mean, it hasn't been his scoring, but Dwayne Evans, a little bit of everything else. He's got 4 assists, 6 points now, 4 rebounds, got a block. Three-point look, not there. And that is how it finishes. So what was a promising start to the third quarter, well, that's a distant memory now as Hiroshima lead it 68-47 at the end of 3. Fourth quarter action now underway here is Hiroshima trying to put the finishing touches on what has been a very impressive performance so far. They turn it over right at the start, and if they're going to come back, you need that comeback to start right now, and that's exactly perhaps what's happening with Perrin Buford going strong and making a tough shot, and not a whole heck of a lot you're going to be able to do about that if you are Hiroshima. That is just the brilliance of Perrin Buford. It's interesting, though, with Hiroshima, you know, they've got the game again against Shimane tomorrow, and then they've got a couple of games against Ryukyu Golden Kings, who they're battling for first place in the division. So a lot to play for Hiroshima, and this is a good sign the way they've come out today. Mayo, his pass intended for Evans in the corner, knocked out of bounds. Good job, Abe. In fact, that was good job by Shirahama to bat it out of bounds. Suyama also in the game, number 26. Mayo with the pump fake, and the three misses everything. So again, another opportunity. And if you're Perrin Buford, why not? You just scored, you drive, you get the foul, you got a chance for another three-point play. Well, you can never count this guy out. I mean, honestly, not terrible defense. That's just Perrin Buford able to get into the paint. He's searching for contact. He wants the contact because he thinks he's going to make the shot and get to the line for the three-point play. Or at least the three-point play opportunity. So again, with his outstanding effort today, 28 points. Now make it 29. And Hiroshima's lead cut down to 15. So they force them to take some time off the clock as they bring it up the floor. Here's Blackshear. He's made the big plays today. Gets it over, and boy, that is a dagger right there early in the quarter from Hiroshima, who's been outstanding. He's now got 15 points. Buford says, I got this. The double comes. Suyama comes in from the baseline, puts up a tough shot that goes off the side of the backboard. Suyama had to get rid of it as the shot clock was winding down. Mayo wide open, off the back of the iron. Buford rebounds the miss. Here's Suyama. Reed Travis to the pick. He's going to roll. And Reed Travis catches it just in the nick of time, and he is fouled by Blackshear with 1.2 seconds left. I thought maybe Abe needed to shoot that, but he did the right thing by getting it to Travis, who knew the shot clock was about to expire. And incredibly, Reed Travis goes to the free throw line with a chance to score his first 2 points of the game. He's a player that averages 10.7 points per game. And it's been that kind of game for him, for Shimane. Misses the free throw. Misses both. Wow. So he has another chance. But sometimes you have games like this. You're not always going to be at your best. And for whatever reason, Reed Travis hasn't been able to get in the flow today. And finally, scores, gets his first point of the game at the line, goes 1 of 2. There's still time, but they've got to get stops and points. Oh, another wide open look from deep, and this time does not go down. Mayo, though, the extra effort almost gets his team the basketball. Funyu, though, steps out of bounds. Three-point shot is good from Tsuyama. Oh, no, excuse me. That's coming off the bench now, and drilling it was Kitagawa. As back to a 14-point game. Blackshear bumped by Travis. Oh, and now they're going to say they're going to turn the basketball over. So I think they called it travel. Try to get the confirmation on that. So a little bit of an opening here for Shimane. Kitagawa in the corner, and the bump for Buford, and he goes to the line. That's a good call. Blackshear with the foul. At least it looked like it was a good foul, a good call. I'm not exactly sure what led to that turnover. Maybe it was a shot clock violation. But Buford gets to the line and gets it back to a 13-point game. If Shimane can cut the deficit, get it down to 10. Psychologically, you think that would help them. Oh boy, Buford misses, but they were into the lane too early. Kerry Blackshear in there chirping away, not happy with some of the refereeing decisions. But Buford takes advantage of the second opportunity and continues to pour in the points. He's got 31. Oh boy, that is a killer blow. Drilling it from three-point range. So Tsuji's three takes it back up to a 15-point advantage. And another foul called on Murphy. Buford wants to get something going to the basket if he can. Here he is again. Fades, puts it up and in. And back to a 13-point game. He's got 33. Blackshear, give him the three if you have to. Instead, okay, Murphy, you'll settle for that. And again, a chance to run now. They're going to get a, oh boy, Kitagawa not able to save it before it went out of bounds. They were trying to get something in transition. So Nick Kay's had a chance to get his breather. He comes back into the game, and Buford's going to sit down for a minute. And I would assume he's going to come right back in. You got to remember as well that Shimane going to play tomorrow against Hiroshima. So Buford has played almost 32 minutes today. Two-three zone. Tsuji to Kai Soto, who's come back in, and they left him wide open and pay the price. You got to play some D on him. If you leave him wide open that close to the basket, that's going to be an easy one for Kai Soto, the Gilas star. And now the miss, and Mayo with the rebound, and 5 minutes remaining, and Hiroshima looking good best to get the win today here on the road. Blackshear, the mismatch, guarded by Ando, puts it up. And Kai Soto again doing a great job. He was boxed out, but was able to get his hands on it. Now the turnaround, and Reed Travis looks up the floor. Reed Travis! He got deep here, and then you're wondering, what is he doing? And he was patient enough because the double team came, but it came from the other side. And that play right there, Reed Travis is going to take a very important free throw here for this Shimane team. I mean, they need everything they can get right now here at this down the stretch. So the foul trouble, you can see the 4 fouls on Taniguchi, also 3 fouls on Reed Travis. And for Hiroshima, they've got a couple of players with 3 fouls. It's Murphy and Blackshear. Blackshear's been probably the biggest weapon today. 15 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 9 of 11 at the line. Although I have to say, Hiroshima has been terrific with his 15 points. Very timely shooting. He's got 3 assists as well. Tsuji's made a couple of threes. Kai Soto has been really good in his minutes today. Still not at his double-double, though. Hasn't. In the end, Kai Soto has played just under 16 minutes, but he does have the 12 points and the 7 rebounds. And Dwayne Evans, again, just doing really good, solid work in there with 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a block. So as Reed Travis gets ready to take the free throw to try to complete the 3-point play, Henare continues to have discussions with the referee. And now I think he might have been ejected. Has he given up a technical? Oh my goodness. It is a bizarre afternoon in the B League when you get an assistant coach ejected in the first half and a head coach ejected in the second half. And the question now is, who's going to be coaching? Oh, gosh. And they have not been a happy bench, clearly. You know, you're not always going to get good calls your way. Doesn't seem like there's been anything, you know, feels like the referees have done a good job for both teams. I mean, it was a very physical game in the first half. So I don't know what the latest issue is, the complaint. Well, you would love to be a fly on the wall in the locker room hearing Hinare and Cornell. Now, Kitagawa almost seems as if he's taken over the coaching duties from the bench. Hopefully Kyle Milling will be able to shed some light on what happened. But it's weird because, you know, you're going to the line for a potential three-point play to cut the deficit to 12, and instead you give away a technical free throw. You get ejected, and Blackshear takes advantage. He's got 16. So instead of cutting it to 12 now, they can try to cut it to 13, but it is not going well for this Shimane team today. I mean, the flashpoint came in the second quarter when Buford complained about not getting a foul call. He was called for a technical, and then Cornell was ejected from the bench, the assistant coach, and that led to more technical free throws. So Reed Travis gets it back to 13. So 4:27 remaining. Two-three zone still for Shimane. Stepping to his left and missing it with Suji, but another offensive rebound. And they finally come up with a basketball. Okay, they can cut it to 10 with a three, or if Buford goes all the way, which he does, and he gets it down to an 11-point game. And those technical free throws looming large right now for Shimane as they try to come all the way back. Well, Perrin Buford almost coming up with the basketball. And another rebound. Good box out Taniguchi. And a chance now with under 3.5 minutes remaining to get the deficit to single digits. Clock really becoming the enemy right now. Taniguchi open for three. Oh! And Kai Soto rebounds the miss. Kai Soto, well, that was early in the shot clock, and not exactly sure what Kai Soto was thinking there. And I'm pretty sure Kyle Milling wasn't excited about that shot either. Here is Buford getting in and getting the contact. Looked like it was pretty good defense that time from Kai Soto, but the foul called on Buford. Here it is again, look. Oh, yeah, no, he fouled him. He got him good. So, Perrin Buford, if he makes these two, it's a 9-point game. They were down by 22 points at halftime. That's been the biggest lead of the game. They were able to get it down to 13 points earlier in the third quarter. And here they are now trailing by 11 with a chance to get it to 9. But the clock is the enemy. No question about it now with 2:37 remaining. So again, assistant coach Zico Cornell ejected and head coach Paul Henare ejected from Shimane. Buford makes both. Having a monster game offensively today. 37 points. Came in averaging 22.3. Evans picks up the dribble. And you can see right now, Hiroshima want to take time off the clock. Here's Evans. Tsuji down low. Blackshear fouled as he turns. And if it's on Taniguchi, that is it. He will leave the game. No, it wasn't on him. It was on Shirahama. No. Kerry Blackshear has tormented this team today. He's made his free throws as well. He's 10 of 12, now 11 of 13. He's got 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. And that high arcing free throw falls through the hoop and gets it back to an 11-point deficit. Or 11-point lead, rather, for Hiroshima. Buford gets in, and this time misses Murphy with the rebound. You know, coming back from 22, it can be done, but it is nevertheless a mountain to climb, and it might just be too tall of a mountain. Look at that, another offensive rebound and put back from Blackshear. He's got his double-double. He's got 20 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Sayando for 3. And it's back to a 10-point game, and that does give them a little bit of hope, but they need a stop. Need stops and quick points. Tsuji gets it to Blackshear. Another 3, and he is just in the flow, folks. That's your MVP of the game. Coming off the bench, 21 points. Here is the spin, and the basket is good from Buford with 1:02 remaining. For some reason, they haven't given Blackshear his offensive rebound that he deserves. So he's still only got 9 rebounds according to the official stats, but I think he should have 10. So Buford, free throws good. Look at that, 40 points for Perrin Buford. What a performance. But it doesn't matter if your team doesn't win. And right now, it doesn't look like it's going to get him to the victory. Get him the victory, but see if they can get a stop and more points and make it interesting right at the end. Jump shot. And the box out by Kay. Evans has made it really difficult for Nick Kay. Here's Buford. Nikkei with the offensive rebound. Misses. Puts it back outside. Buford again for three. And again, it's short this time. And Blackshear rebounds the miss. And that's probably going to do it. Here's Evans. Crosses midcourt. And the final seconds ticking off the clock. And they will have to take. They could take a shot, or they could turn it over with less than a second to go. They will take the shot, and they do. The three-pointer is good from Tsuji. So with 3.1 seconds to go, that's going to be all she wrote. Hiroshima come out. And a game that was very contentious from the beginning, win it 87-74 here at Shimane Susanoo Magic. Final score, 87-74. Hiroshima Dragonflies winning over Shimane Susanoo Magic. Well, great job, Kyle Milling. His team came out and really kind of dictated the way this game was going to be played and won. I mean, from a physicality standpoint, from a rebounding standpoint. And you can see they'll do it again, game 2 tomorrow. Tipping off at 1:35 local time. Hiroshima take their bows. I mean, it wasn't just one player. It was overall. I mean, Murphy, for example, was outstanding in his contributions. Defensively, rebounding, scored some points. Terashimo was terrific with 15. Tsuji ended up with 11. Kai Soto with 12. 23 for Blackshear. 5 players in double figures today for Hiroshima. And they won the rebounding battle by 16 rebounds. They were just too much. So some words from Seiya Ando to the crowd and the Susanoo Magic. Here's Shimane walk off the court. Yes, they got 40 points today from Perrin Buford. 7 assists, 5 rebounds, a couple of steals, a block, but it wasn't enough. Here's Kyle Milling.
解説の僕と申します。よろしくお願いします。まずは素晴らしい勝利おめでとうございます。出だしから島根のインサイドをアタックする戦略というのが非常に効果的でした。今日の試合でチームとしてのマインドセットを教えていただけますか。
We want to attack inside. We have the height advantage on them. But we treat the game as a playoff game. So we want to be physical. We wanted to rebound. And we came out very strong and we did that.
そうですね、本当にかなりフィジカルに、インサイドアタックできたんじゃないかなというふうには思いますし、本当に今日の雰囲気であったりは本当にプレーオフのようなゲームだったなというふうに思います。本当に出だしから最高にフィジカルに最後まで戦い抜けたなというふうに考えてますね。
はい、チームとしてなかなかアウトサイドのショットがゲームを通して入らない中で後半島根の展開するゾーンディフェンスに少しオフェンス面苦しんだ部分もあったと思うんですが、明日にかけての修正点などあれば教えていただけますか。
played a lot of zone in the second half. We need to attack the zone a little bit better and have some better possessions in the second half.
まあそうです、本当に今日、相手のゾーンに、苦しめられてしまったので、しっかりとそこをですね、どうアタックしなければいけないかということをしっかり修正して、明日に向けていきたいなというふうには考えています。
はい、最後になりますが、明日も島根との試合が続きます。その中でやはりこのリーグ戦終盤にかけて非常にチームはいい状態だと思うんですが、その要因教えていただけますか。
No, but we really want to treat the game as a playoff game coming into the end of the year. We have Shimane and Ryukyu at home, so we're trying to prepare for the playoffs, have a playoff attitude, playoff mentality, and that's what we did tonight.
そうです、本当に選手たちにはですね、もう今日からプレーオフが始まるんだというメンタリティ
Very interesting comments here by Coach Milling.
はい、じゃあその試合に向けて
Business end of the season, they got to bring their best. They got to bring the physicality.
Hello, Gil, first, and kite kurete arigato. Taku-san genki morimashita. We have many Hiroshima fan, Gil. Ashita, big game again, ga arimasu. So mata kite kudasai. Kachijake again. Arigato.
ありがとうございます。
Love the Japanese from Coach Milling. I mean, clearly embracing his role as the coach, and felt like he really got his messages across to his team in the build-up to this game. Here's Blackshear.
ブラックシャー選手、解説の僕と申します。よろしくお願いします。まずは本日の勝利おめでとうございます。
Minasan konnichiwa. It's good. Tonight was a great effort, great environment. Love playing teams like this. The crowd was engaged. Fun game, really good team. But I liked our energy from start to finish, and we competed.
そうです、本当に雰囲気も、素晴らしかったですし、本当に最初からですね、チームのエナジーであったりが出せたかなというふうには、思っています。本当にファンの声援も、素晴らしかったので、本当にこういった、声援のおかげで勝ったのかなというふうに考えてますね。
はい、ブラックシャー選手、今日の試合23得点、6アシスト、そして11リバウンド、ダブルダブルの活躍だったんですが、その中でも特にフリースロー14本放って12本、しっかりと決めきったこと、そして最後のスリーポイント、非常に勝負を決定づけるものとなりましたが、そのあたり、どう評価されますか。
My teammates have a lot of confidence in me, so I feel confident taking those shots late in the game. I think our energy allowed us to. We got a lot of good guys, so they got me open.
そうです、本当にチームが、しっかりと僕のワイドオープンショットを見つけてくれましたし、本当に私にいいパスを、くれたからああいうシュートが、決められたんじゃないかなというふうには、思います。本当にチーム全員がですね、エナジーを持って今日最初から最後まで、戦い抜いてくれたので、こういった素晴らしい結果が生まれたんじゃないかなというふうには考えています。
はい、おそらく未来の B リーガーを目指す子どもたちがたくさん見ていると思います。ブラックシアー選手のようにたくさんのフリースローを、しっかりと決めきるそのメンタリティ、どのようにしたら、作れるでしょうか。
Just focusing. I put a lot of work in that over the summer, shooting while I'm tired, and just always making sure I take free throws after practice, after games, and I think that paid off tonight.
そうです、本当に練習後もですね、練習前後も、しっかりとフリースローは、毎日打とうというふうに思っていますし、そのなんですかね、練習の結果が今日しっかりと成果が出たのかなというふうに思いますので、しっかりと子どもたちもですね、練習後も疲れててもしっかりとフリースローは打つようにできればと思っています。
はい、ありがとうございます。最後になりますが、ファンの方にメッセージ一言お願いします。
Thank you to all the Dragonfly fans that were able to make it today. Thank you to all the ones back in Hiroshima. Going to try to come out and compete, get a win tomorrow, and finish out the season strong.
本当に今日サポートいただいてありがとうございます。本当に今日勝って嬉しいです。本当に皆さんのための勝利だと思っています。また明日ゲーム2ありますので、また引き続きですね、ご声援のほどよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
So the words from 26-year-old Kerry Blackshear, who playing in Japan now. He had previously played, obviously, in America. He comes from the state of Florida, from Orlando, went to Florida for a year, transferred to Virginia Tech, and then launched his professional career in Israel, then went to Turkey, and now he's in Japan and looking very much like a good fit. But, you know, very, I think, telling remarks from Coach Milling when he discussed the mentality of his team. He wanted them to come out and treat this like a playoff game, because you can't just turn it on, you know, once the playoffs start. Turn it on now. Get ready. Play these good teams. Play them hard. Get some confidence. And from, again, from a rebounding standpoint, from a defensive standpoint, physicality standpoint, they were tough. And they got some good minutes from a whole host of players, including Kai Soto. Had a great game, Kai Soto, and he'll be big tomorrow in the end. Nick Mayo, you always know you're going to get good minutes from him. He came out and delivered 10 points, 5 rebounds. And if you're the Dragonflies, you know that man right there is going to get his points. And he did. He got a lot of them. 40 points today for Perrin Buford. But, you know, basketball, normally it's not going to be one guy that's going to beat you. It has to be a whole host, and that was the case. Murphy did a great job today. He got out on the break. Finished with 7 points, 4 rebounds. So some really glaring numbers. I was impressed by Evans today, not forcing anything. He only had 6 points, but he had 6 rebounds. He had 4 assists, and it was just really tough. Limited, I felt like, the contributions of Nick Kay. Suji was tough. He ended up with 3 3-pointers in the game. And again, Perrin Buford's going to get his points. So you just got to make sure that you put the clamps on everybody else. Shirahama was able to knock down that 3-pointer. You know, you felt like there was a little bit of hope late, but unfortunately this game is going to be remembered, I think, from a Shimane Susanoo Magic standpoint, as, you know, the flashpoint in the first half and the second quarter when Perrin Buford got slapped with a technical, and then the bench, the assistant coach, Zico Coronel, got the technicals and the technical free throws, and it just, you felt like Shimane Susanoo Magic were just not in agreement with anything today about how the game was being officiated. And even when they had, you know, some hope right at the end, however slim it was, as you look at the offensive rebound and putback. So they did end up giving him the rebounds. He's got 11 rebounds and 23 points, so good for Kerry Blackshear. Even when they came back, and then, you know, as they were going to the line for a 3-point play, Reed Travis, Paul Henare got ejected. So, yeah, whatever happened, I'm sure after the game there's going to be some comments from Shimane, but I think at the end of the day, Kyle Milling came out and said, we're going to set the tone today with our defense, with our rebounding, and they did just that. So again, very impressive performance, 87-74, Hiroshima winning it over Shimane despite the 40 points from Perrin Buford. This is the moment where Reed Travis had the 3-point play opportunity, and then coming out of the timeout, Henare was ejected. And Shimane went down, made the technical free throw. Or excuse me, it was Hiroshima made the technical free throw, and that was it for all intents and purposes. So if you look at the stats again, the bench points 33 for Hiroshima. Look at the rebounding, 44 to 28. 16 of their 44 rebounds coming on the offensive glass. They were excellent, both teams really, at the free throw line. And the three-point shot wasn't huge really for either team. Both teams not shooting it well from deep. And in the end, Hiroshima with that lower percentage inside the arc. And again, I guess a lot of that was Perrin Buford, who increased his percentage. He ended up shooting just 46%, but it was 13 of 28. He was lower than that for a while. Seiya Ando was 6 of 10 inside the arc. .36 points in the paint for Shimane and 40 for Hiroshima. So leading scores, and Blackshear, as we said, with 23, 15 for Hiroshima, and Kai Soto had 12. Perrin Buford had a game high of 40 in defeat. Seiya Ando finished with 13, and Nick Kay had 8. And from a rebounding standpoint, 8 rebounds for Nick Kay, 5 for Buford, and 5 for Shirahama. 11, game high 11 for Kerry Blackshear, 8 for Kai Soto. Thought he might get a double-double today, but didn't play as many minutes in the second half. And Dwayne Evans with 6 rebounds. And again, looking at the pregame point guard matchup, and you can see that Hiroshima with 15 points, 13 for Seiya Ando. I mean, not too different. Very similar stats in the end. 4 assists for Hiroshima. I guess Seiya Ando could have done better in an assist standpoint. Didn't have 1, so not very good for a point guard. And those are the games that are coming up tomorrow. And, of course, the playoffs coming up. And you can see some of the matchups there that'll be coming up. Ryukyu Golden Kings and the Dragonflies will be going up against each other. So that's it, folks. 87-74. Hiroshima win it over Shimane Susanoo Magic. Thanks for watching.